Welcome to 3DA's coverage of the 2021 ECO Tour New Bern from Glenburnie Park. You're tuned in to Round 1 Front 9 coverage. In the booth today is 3DA's Gordon and Jeff, and special MPO guest, Adam Durham. Let's meet our feature card. First up, Taylor Rafaleowski, who's a staple of the Eastern disc golf scene and has to be an early favorite to take down the ECO Tour New Bern. Next up, Blaine Shaw, who's a lefty out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. Hat game, too strong. And next up, we've got Mr. Glenburnie Park himself, Brian Gilmette. Brian's put a ton of work into the course, so hopefully he can get out there and show us some of the lines. And lastly, we've got NC State Disc Golf's own Michael Jordt. Has to be another favorite to take on the course, but I think these other card mates will have something to say about it.
All right, guys, we're here with Brian Gilmette at the Gilmette Park in New Bern, North Carolina for the ECO Tour Pro side. So, Gilly, what do you think is going to be a score that you have to have when you're out here for the first round, going into second?
For the open division for the pros, I'm thinking mid to high 40s is a good shooting. 45 is course record, so that's possible, but not really so much doable with this heat and stuff like that. I'm thinking 47, 48 is probably going to be a hot round. So
what makes this course special to you?
Glenburnie's my home course. So it's the first disc golf course I've ever played, and it's nice in eastern North Carolina. You got the beautiful river views on 7, 8, and now 3 after hurricanes. But also it's just got so much elevation, which is tough to see in eastern North Carolina. So it's a hidden gem for sure.
Definitely. Well, good luck, and we'll see you out there.
Thank you very much. Look forward to it.
Adam, take us through hole 1.
So hole 1 is a 325-foot par 3. It's downhill, right to left sloping hill. Today has pretty strong right to left headwind, so probably most of the players are going to be throwing something stable.
Starts out Taylor with throwing a FD3 here. This very good forehand. Now, Adam, what are you feeling here off the tee at the beginning of the round?
Like I said, the wind is in your face, so you're definitely wanting something that's going to fight the wind pretty hard, and like Taylor did there, skip into the hill, don't skip down the hill.
We got Blaine, our local lefty, throwing a verdict.
I feel like as a left-handed player, this is the hole you probably like as a lefty. And then Gilly did a tremendous amount of work to the course and to prepare for this tournament. So big shout out to him. Another lefty as well, and again that just beautiful lefty line.
Yeah, great shot. A little unfortunate with that tree kick there.
But as you'll see, all the players are skipping into the hill, like I said. Trying to keep away from that rolling down the hill to the left.
I think Jordt, is his forehand better than his backhand? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say he's more dominant with forehand. I think he's more comfortable that way, at least.
It's one of those big putts here for Taylor to start his round off right. He'll want to get this one.
Just pulls it left.
Yep, that started out left out of his hand.
Yeah.
Playing from committed.
Teasing
Definitely.
the chains.
Yeah.
Teasing the chains.
Committed with that hill behind. Those rollways are definitely there.
See if Jordt can clean this up for birdie.
Wait,
Ooh.
who put that tree there? I've done that so many times where you're like, I just got to get around the tree, and then there it is, you hit the tree. All right, Gilly with our last chance for a birdie on the first hole.
All right.
Yep, not a bad attempt.
Yeah, as you'll notice, none of the players were really parked on this hole to start out the round.
Yeah.
So it is difficult trying to have a 30 or more footer to start your day.
Yep. Because you can warm up all you want, but it's completely different once the lights turn on.
That first circle 2 putt looks a lot farther than it is. Oh,
That is not how you want to start your round, but
no.
Got to remember there's a lot left, so hopefully Blaine will lock in that putter.
almost everybody cleaned with their par to start it, so not the worst start.
Adam, would you say hole 1 is one of those holes in the MPO field that you gotta pretty much get?
It's definitely looking like a must get because of the distance and the green is accessible downhill for almost everybody with no matter what distance. But definitely not like a must get, but it's definitely a bonus to start your day.
Gotcha.
As you'll see down the fairway of hole 2, you have OB on the post on the right hand side. Also, as you get closer to the basket, you're going to see OB on the left hand side down the hill. Most players are going to try to swing a left to right moving shot, see if they can get in that green. And there is a lot more wind on this hole than there was last hole as well.
So Taylor's lined up the forehand. Any thoughts of shooting that backhand down the right side of the OB?
I have seen a lot of people do it, but in this wind, I think you go stable and predictable.
Yep.
Oof. Very fortunate there.
Yes.
Fortunate.
So those trees where you're cussing the tree, but you're happy that it was there.
Definitely don't think he was trying to go down a straight gap we were talking about.
No, definitely not.
They're very lefty friendly hole here.
Yeah, 295. Gil is going to definitely want to put this close, being a lefty. And he puts it out a little wide, a little straight. Hopefully it doesn't go OB. Going on the backside of that hill will bring that OB long into play, but it looks like he stayed a little short.
And this is a new disc, I believe, from Latitude 64, the Rive, and Jordt is really loving that disc.
And I can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, he throws it well.
Yeah, that's how you play the hole right there. And then Blaine coming up again, our lefty here, so he'll be wanting to make up for that early bogey on hole 1. Yeah, it looks like the right height, right stability.
Yeah, that's going to skip
Very
it
well
real
played.
nice.
You got the low out of the wind as well, which is
Yeah.
something you want to do here.
Yeah, also takes that tree out of the way.
Great touch on the forehand
Yes. I mean, his ability just a simple flick to get that distance and land it close.
Now, was Gilly safe here?
Gilly was safe here,
Wow,
yep.
that's good.
Yeah, it was close.
there. Ooh,
Good bid.
yeah.
All right, Jordt looking for 2 here after a good drive.
I know I don't see any trees or leaves moving too much, but I know there was a headwind.
Oof.
Slow down.
Slow down.
And that putt seemed to come out just a little wobbly. I feel like, I wonder if some nerves are to play for Jordt since, he's our hometown kid here. It's like him and Gilly are probably a little more shaky considering this is their home course and people are probably assuming they're going to do well on it.
I'm sure they have high expectations for themselves as
Of
well.
course. Yeah.
Blaine getting the lone birdie there.
And then we'll move over to hole 3.
So now we're on hole 3, 326 par 3 uphill, OB on your left, and a very treacherous hill on your right side, going all the way down to, I believe it's the Cape Fear River. Cape Fear River there. Pretty tough shot. Got to hit a gap almost all the way to the basket. Keep it straight. Let's see what Blaine can do.
I feel like what could get you is just being nose up off the tee since you have to throw that elevation.
Oof. Tough kick there.
Man, he might have been going left from there, so. Taylor ripping the putter straight.
Looks like a good shot there.
Very well executed shot. Good landing.
Excellent.
And that'll get him his first birdie of the round, so that's got to feel good, especially
Should
in this
get him
hole.
going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
And that might have been a similar tree to Taylor's on the last hole, where that may have been going left out of bounds.
Yeah, you won't see many lefty forehands when you step up this tee pad. It's pretty interesting that he chose that, but I believe he's comfortable there.
Yeah, because you have to get all the way to the river in order to go out of bounds on the right side.
Jordt definitely not happy about that shot.
You can tell his form looked a little off on that one. Something maybe a little bit rushed. Should be pretty. He doesn't seem to like it.
Doesn't seem like that either. A little long, but I think he's got that.
Yeah, these guys shouldn't be a problem from there. Us intermediate players, well, that's gonna be a knee knocker.
I saw a lot of throws filtering down that hill on Saturday.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, you see all those players threw something soft as a landing up there on the left side of the basket, which is smart. This is definitely not where you want to be for Blaine, but let's see what he can do with his disc to land softly up on that left side as well.
I think the good thing is, unless you go out of bounds, you're probably looking to get up and down for a par pretty easily. And yeah, I was like, he'll probably do just that. It can get tricky down there, but as long as you can see the basket, you can usually get your par.
Let's see if Jordt has shaken them nerves off yet.
Yeah, there he is.
No problem.
That putt looked much better.
Blaine to clean up his par. Yeah, it's a good
great
putt.
putt.
Yep.
Right.
All right, putters are starting to warm up. And there we go.
Taylor getting on the board.
And we'll have Gilly to close out with his par. So through three, got some color on the board, and we'll get we'll get a birdie there for Taylor. Moving to under par now. All right, Adam, take us through hole 4.
Yeah, hole 4 is a pretty interesting hole. It's got a big valley going over first. It's a 290-foot par 3, so definitely not distance isn't taking play here, but it's got a low ceiling, as you'll see the limbs that we just went under. That definitely changes the shot for the most people.
Are you forehand or backhand on this one?
I'll go backhand. I'm going to try to go under those limbs there usually. I believe that's what Taylor's going to do here as well. Looks like he's going with the same P3X he went on with last hole, trying to probably just throw a laser beam right at the basket.
Yep. Laser beam achieved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's cash.
That's a beautiful shot from Taylor.
Well inside the circle there.
Yeah, like you're mentioning, you got to get that height right, because you bring that tree into play. It looks like it might be closer to the basket than it appears, but it's not. You're definitely going to be at the bottom of that hill if you hit it. Blaine testing it. Oh, yeah.
He definitely clipped a little bit of it, but he got fortunate to go through a little ways.
Yep.
Now, I will say, Gilly, lefty forehand, he avoids the tree, so this is a smart play for him.
He's probably played this hole 1,000 times and knows that that's probably the play that's going to be the most safe and give him the best chance.
Beautiful execution from him as well.
Yep.
And Jordt, I think that is his favorite spark, maybe his favorite disc in the bag. So let's see if he can do a great shot with it.
A little high. This is a
He's
fight.
gonna catch that tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Got it through, though.
that's in Jordt range.
I'd say so. Okay, Blaine line up his birdie. It's a good putt. I mean, that's center pole, just slightly high.
Very
There it
good putt
is.
from Jordt.
Oh, yeah. Maybe his putts are just wobbly like that. Maybe that's just the way he putts. Gilly to follow him up. He's got a little loftier of a putt.
Yeah.
I've always find it interesting to see.
I got that push
Everyone
putt.
everyone does the same. It's the same goal, but everyone does it slightly differently. But all still effective. Taylor getting his 2. So we had 3 birdies there. Blaine with the only par. So we will go over to hole 5. Adam, take us through it.
Hole 5 is probably one of the more difficult holes on the course. You have a river right behind the basket, the downhill slope going all the way past it. And then you have to get up the hill to even get close to the basket and have a putt. So it's a pretty difficult green. Taylor taking the forehand route here to try to skip up into that hill to stop his disc from going too far across the basket.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to hit that
Up
up
there.
slope to take some of the energy off the disc.
And he executed it really well. I think he's close to the edge of the circle there.
But I feel like you got to be pretty close to the pin to feel comfortable on that putt.
Very close.
Really trying to go right up the middle. Not so fortunate on that one.
No, but at least got out from over here, so hopefully his approach shot will be a little simpler. Short getting to the top again. Yep, hitting right before the crest. It looks like you'll probably have like a 25-30 footer from the right side over there. I was watching Jordt throw this in practice, and it's as an intermediate player, it's always interesting to hear the sound of a disc off of somebody like an MPO player's hands. It just sounds different. And that's just a piped shot by Blaine.
Ooh, and there's the
Yeah.
backside of that hill
Yeah.
I was talking about.
Yep.
It's sketchy back there too.
So it's like we had two guys at the top of the hill looking for their birdies, and then two guys who might have to do a little work.
This is a much more challenging upshot here for Gilly than
Yeah.
what some would expect from looking at it from the coverage.
Yeah, touch is just,
You see how far that
Word.
moved from where it hit the ground.
Yeah,
He did a really good
absolutely.
job of speed control there.
and he was even asking somebody, "Did I stop?" Pretty sure Whit was giving thumbs up every now and again to let people know they weren't out of bounds or they're in a good spot.
That is an intimidating putt there.
It is, but you feel like you can run it though, right? Like give it a good bid, or are you worried about the bounce back?
Definitely don't want to miss low and hit that basket. That's your majority of your rollaways.
Yep.
What's tricky about this green is you miss high and you do exactly what Blaine does.
It's a good putt from him.
Very good putt
Yeah.
from Jordt.
I feel like Jordt's on the. It's not really a great side for it, but I feel like he got almost a little coverage with that tree behind there. Feel a little more confident on making that putt.
Unfortunate.
He's all over the basket. You just
Yes.
gotta put him in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, Jordt's spot was the spot to miss because it will stop your disc if it has a little too much speed.
Mm-hmm. That's a good birdie by it. Now, is Taylor, is he a streaky player, or I mean, should the field be concerned with him getting two in a row right here?
I believe that's his third in the row.
Oh,
right?
third in a row. You're
Yeah,
right.
so I would say it's definitely a streak. When his putter is hot, his driver's almost always hot. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
when his putter's hot, he's a great player. One to watch out for. So here's hole 6. Pretty uphill from the tee pad. Not the longest hole here. A lot of trees to worry about and OB on your right. It's pretty much a straight shot for a righty backhand. Fades a little bit left for some players. I believe Taylor will be taking a tee here, so let's see what he's throwing. Looks like he's got a link in his hand. Probably a pretty straight shot for him, trying to go right at the pin.
Yep. Yeah, he's got to be feeling good right now. 3 in a row. Putter's looking good.
Does hang that
Oh,
pretty low right.
late tree. Does it come back?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
in?
Did that hit the pole?
I think it hit the tree and then came around and then got an unfortunate little
Just
roll there.
Barely. But he
Yeah.
did cross OB farther back than where his disc is, so
Yeah,
a
with
pretty
this-
long putt for him.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, how'd you play this hole?
I went straight ahead at it.
Mhm.
Took a stable putter and just went straight ahead.
And as you'll see there, Jordt hit the power line
Yeah.
above the basket. Stopped his disc to land softly, but yeah, great shot from Jordt.
Yeah, it's sneaky long over that hill. You can't see the basket, so you're just having to really gauge on memory of how far it is over there. Looks like a great line from.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an excellent shot there.
I did see a couple players take this left-hand side on a forehand, righty forehand up that left side. Adam, did you see any MPO players going up that line, or
I
pretty
did
much
not
straight
see
ahead?
anybody even try that line, so that's interesting to me. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I'm telling you, man, the amateur ranks are a completely different world. We see everything.
See it all.
Unfortunately.
Blaine did not have the best tee shot there, but I think he was about 170 out. Just went just past the basket there on his up shot, so he should make that putt for a 3.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like hole 6 is probably not one where I'm feeling like you have to get it. So Blaine will be good with trying to get that par.
This will be for Taylor for 4 in a row here, I think from about 74 feet.
Oh, he's putting for par. I think he went out of bounds.
Oh, that's right. You're
But
right.
he will want this, though, to keep from losing all the momentum he's been building. Let's see what he does here.
Oh,
Gosh,
bans it.
that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, he's going to say, yep, I thought I had it. And it would look good out of his hand.
Very good birdie from
Puts it away.
Gilly there. Great lefty forehand to get to the green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jordt giving him some New Bern love.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
And Blaine's putter is just...
yeah.
It's only the first or second one that hasn't hit the basket.
Mm-hmm. But, you wonder, you miss high, you miss low, you miss left, you miss right. I mean, you make those adjustments on it, and sometimes you can over-adjust.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the meltdown you don't want to have going
Yeah.
around, but
Yep.
sometimes you just got to calm yourself down and
Mm-hmm.
stare that pole right in the middle and see what you can do.
Tough hole for Blaine there. We got 2 birdies out of Jordt and Gilly.
And a lead change.
And a lead change. Mr. Jordt is in the lead. All right, hole 7. Adam,
Hole
what you
7
got?
is a very tricky hole. If you don't have a righty forehand, I think it's even trickier for a righty backhand or a lefty. You want to keep it low. It's super, super right. The camera will show you there's water behind OB. So you keep something stable low and skip it off the ground. Or go high like Jordt. So he does go deep there though.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's in the water.
And
but
that
it's
downhill, you're
super
always gaining speed. So I feel like you want to be just a slightly short on this one than being a little bit long. Because that water comes into play real quick.
Here's a lefty backhand with a Thunderbird. It's pretty stable.
Mm-hmm.
In the basket. Oh, real
Oof.
sharp skip.
Wow. Now, do you think he, maybe go with something slower, like a mid-range, to negate that skip, or what do you think his play is on there? with
Depends
this
on
choice?
how fast your arm speed is and how fast you're comfortable throwing the disc. I
Gotcha.
think he chose the right disc. He just got a crazy bad
Yeah.
skip there. See the difference in speeds and Taylor's one-step MD5 forehand
Yeah.
and that Thunderbird from Gilly. So
But comes up a little short there.
I think on the edge of the circle there for sure.
I know when in playing in our rounds the day before, we played the short pad, but it was tough to gauge the distance because you cannot see the pin from the tee pad.
This looks like it's coming in hot.
Oh yeah.
Very overstable disc, so you have to throw that one really hard. That justice he has is it bites real fast.
So good shots from everybody. Maybe a little farther from the pin than you'd like, but we've got some chances for 2s.
Everybody's just outside the circle there.
It's very similar to his putt on the hole 1. Just kind of always started at left. Didn't have a chance.
You know Gilly wants that.
Oh yeah.
Difficult stance for Blaine here, coming for all his roots and knobs over there.
Yeah, then have that branch in his face that you're not necessarily right there, but you're thinking about it for sure.
Nobody guards the 2.
Nope.
That's
Oh,
Now, I think it was a surprising one that nobody got this 2 on this hole.
it's tricky, but it's not difficult for the MPO players to get a 2 here. So to have 4 players not get the 2,
Yeah.
unusual. But Taylor cleans up his par.
So are you putting any extra pressure on yourself before you're going into 8? Because 8's...
8 is a big hole, and as you'll see, it's dangerous. It's got teeth.
Yeah.
So I don't think you think about the hole before as far as like you need to 2 it before 8. But you definitely don't want to leave yourself like a bogey or double bogey going in that hole, because then you want to make up on a big hole. That's
and that's
the
never...
wrong spot to put yourself in.
It is.
But as you'll see, hole 8, have the Cape Fear on the whole entire right side of this fairway. Pretty guarded fairway. Doesn't really have a specific line. Kind of got to pick one and punch through as far as you can. And then the green here is elevated super high. A lot of rough ground on the outside as well. Short going with a Maverick on a large hyzer. Trying to probably play the safe left side.
Yeah, I think you got that a little bit, probably a little higher than he'd like to. Wasn't too happy with the shot off his hand.
And the tee shot is going downhill, so usually you're probably throwing about as high as those limbs, but you got to force yourself to throw down.
Yeah, and he got that high as well. He's going to bring those limbs in. It's really all about height on this one. Keeping it low, giving it a chance to get through. Because like you said, there's not really... I mean, there are some holes up there, but there's not crazy wide gaps to try to hit. So you definitely want to keep it from being too high.
Playing it to that left side is definitely the safe play.
An absolute laser from
Yes.
Taylor.
Is what you're looking for.
Wow. Oh, caught one tree there. If that wouldn't hit that tree, that might have been all the way to the bottom of the hill down there.
I feel like... Is Blaine... Is he lining up a...
Another Maverick, but it doesn't look like a regular shot.
No.
Just line up a roller.
Is it a
maybe.
roller? Oh, no.
Oh, wow. It's on the downslope of the hill. No way.
Oh, wow.
And going. Turn the cameraman.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an
Bro.
excellent
Very
shot.
impressive from Blaine.
And he is...
He's pumped up
Look,
for
he,
that one.
he is so hyped that he grabbed his own bag, even though he's got a caddy.
That's crazy to even practice that shot. Wow.
Yeah, I think he drove to the course thinking about that shot. And what a great feeling to actually execute it.
Very impressive from Blaine.
Yeah, a lot of times you tell your friends, hey, watch this, and it doesn't turn out to be anything. But I think he called his mom about that one after the round.
For sure.
Gilly with somewhat of a challenging lie here.
Now, Adam, from that position, you're thinking about the birdie still?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think even Gilly was. As you can tell, he was throwing a 12 speed there. He's only about 300 feet out, but you got to get so far up that hill to even have a putt.
Right.
Taylor from almost 200 feet. Gotta go forehand with the P3X.
Yeah, he was taking his time trying to figure out what to do here.
Oh, wow, he went over it.
Ooh, dicey to bleed out to that
Bleed
right
hill.
to that right side, but
Hopefully he stayed on that hill there, so have a putt.
and George's shot actually turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, and he's got a wide open approach. About the same distance, about 200 feet. Ooh, right at that tree.
Yeah. And that'll make that birdie putt questionable. So yeah, Blaine, he kind of went back and forth whether he was going to try to run it to go for the eagle, but you really can't tell that story of a roller if you get a par on the hole.
As you see the slope there, it's not really a running slope for an eagle. Or the classic Warden right off the top of the cage.
That's a good putt.
The worst spot to land from where he was. That's a pretty good upshot.
Yeah, that's a manageable putt right there.
A little awkward footing.
He's right on the edge of the circle. A little elevation.
And I think it was just
So
the elevation
close.
that did that.
Yeah.
Had he been a foot closer, he probably would have been.
Speaking of elevation, he's not too far away from the basket, but pretty much straight up.
Yeah.
Very tricky stance, it looks like. And
And
cash.
he gets it.
Great putt from Taylor.
Yep. That's a good. I mean, I don't know if you can call it a scramble, but he was a little bit off off the fairway on that first shot. It shows that you make 2 more good shots, you can still get the birdie. So we'll get the 2 birdies there, one from Blaine, one from Taylor. Hole 8 played pretty well by our guys. All right, let's get into our last hole in the front 9.
Yeah, hole 9's one of my favorite holes on the course. It's a 450-foot par 4. You need a left or right moving shot goes down this super wooded fairway. Then once you land, you're going to go uphill about 200 to 300 feet, depending on where you land, to that pretty tough green.
Yeah, this is a fun shot to see when it goes right.
Taylor's going super aggressive here with a CD2. So you can tell he put a lot of power into that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, threw it flat and just...
It's way over the cameraman's head. I think it hit a tree, too. Wow.
Hey, Whit, Taylor's going to send you an email that says, hey, back up on my drive, okay? Don't disrespect me.
And that's pretty far up the fairway. I don't think you'll see many players get that far.
No. Much more manageable shot for the lefty here. And that's not too bad. I mean, you're not probably trying to look to get a ton of distance. I think it's more about leaving yourself with a...
Jordt ready to go there.
Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to talk here, Jordt, all right? Slow it down a little bit. It's just more about making sure you have a manageable shot on the second shot. Gilly with the long run up, it looks like. Oh, there he is.
James
Oh,
Conrad
yeah, there we
right
go.
there.
360 ballerina from Gilly. He's in a great spot, though. That's usually where you see most of the forehands or the lefty backhands land.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like just making sure you're in that alley leading up. It's a good spot to be in. So George's a little pinched up on that tree, but he's got a really good forehand, as you said, Adam. So,
yeah, so he's 300 feet out, like it says. And he's going with a bounty, which is interesting to me.
Well, now you've got me wondering why it's interesting there, Adam. Oh, wait.
You don't see many people flick like neutral to understable mids. I mean, I wouldn't call the bounty understable, but it's super neutral and it takes a lot of touch.
Gotcha.
So it takes a lot of skill and practice to flick something like that. Gilly from 285.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Played perfectly.
Very nice.
There's something about, I think what I love about par fours is when somebody just fillets the hole. They shot to the landing zone, shot up, put it in for 3.
A little short of upshot there for Blaine, I think.
Interesting being on that left side going with the forehand.
Taylor is way up the fairway.
Yeah.
I believe Taylor only had 125 to the pin there, which is saying something from his drive.
For sure. Especially throwing a backhand off the tee. Okay, Blaine here on his third shot.
About 80 feet.
He's going to give it a little run.
A little short, but...
Yeah, but you won't blame the putt there. You'll blame the approach shot on that one, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Gilly for a clean 3 here.
Excellent.
All right.
Look, no nerves out of our New Bern boys here. They are bogey free through the front 9. Excellent birdie by Jordt. Had to watch that one all the way in. I believe you got Jay Clark over here cheerleading the boys.
Taylor was surgical on this hole.
Yes.
Everybody,
And
All right.
There we go.
Enthusiasm.
all right.
There's Jay.
And that will wrap up our front 9. We've got Michael Jordt, -4. Taylor right with him at -4. Gilly at -3. And Blaine at a tough +2. You can see our overall leaderboard through the first 9 holes. It's like Steven Futrell is coming to play. And you can see our other guys are right there around in the top 5. Make sure you guys come back to check out the back 9, and we'll see you there.